So today, I am making a pork tenderloin with caramelized fennel and apple.
Come on,
that's
All right, and
delicious.
can I add that this is
Perfect fall meal.
a one-pan plan on a sheet pan.
No,
right in the
not
oven,
true.
right
We
in the
love
plate.
a sheet pan meal
Dunzo.
at our house.
Here we got him, right? The humble pork tenderloin. Needs help, doesn't it? Right? It's a very lean cut of meat. Cooks very quickly. A, you got to season it. B, you got to cook it correctly, and we'll get to that later. You don't overcook this ever, all right? You can brine it. I just like doing a dry rub and letting it chill out in the fridge overnight. So I'm going to make my famous barbecue chip dust, or as we call it in my house, the BCD. Goes on everything, especially great with pork. We got some cayenne, some light brown sugar, some granulated garlic, some chili powder, some onion powder, and of course, some crushed black pepper right in there. This is great on all porks, great on salmon. All right, we're gonna make sure this is all even Steven. Katie, very nice job. What we're looking for is thin.
I like that.
Right, because we're gonna do this on one sheet pan. We want everything to kind of roast and caramelize at the same rate.
Got it.
Without overcooking this pork tenderloin. We do a lot of this in my house. Just like you get it, it's on sale, you season it, you roast it with whatever you got in the crisper drawer that needs to be cooked quickly.
Do you want any fennel fronds for garnish?
Yeah, let's do that. I was
Okay.
gonna ask you that. Actually,
You know, pork tenderloin's great to keep in your freezer, too, because it doesn't take a long time to thaw it out. So it's a good one to have on hand.
boom, look at that.
I feel like at home it's just copious hand washing, and I just hand everything.
I know.
No
Me,
utensils.
I don't like to.
I'm rubbing. I'm tossing everything with my hands.
You know what I am? I'm just a
wanna be
sensitive,
clean.
dainty person. This
So
is going
dainty.
in the fridge uncovered for 2 hours. Okay, up to 5 hours. But you want it to marinate. If you're in a time crunch, you can rub it, bake it. It'll still be good, but I promise you,
Way
it's worth
better.
the wait. Then we're gonna bring it out for about an hour. We don't want this too cold. You can pull it right from the fridge, but it's gonna kind of ruin the timing of everything. Katie, now we can hand me those lovely fennel, which again is that kind of black licorice, delectable flavor
Yes.
that even it actually tames down in the oven when you roast it. Of course, our green apples, the Granny Smith that we sliced, then red cabbage.
This is gonna be delicious.
So
and
hearty.
what a healthy meal, too.
Oh, this is all
That
you
pork
need, too.
tenderloin's nice and lean. You're getting all
Fiber
these
alert.
veggies.
Some red onions right in there. And we're gonna season it with some good black pepper again.
Come on.
It's almost like a warm slaw that you're doing.
That's a good point there, yeah. So good amount of salt. And then my little secret ingredient to help bring out more fall flavors, some caraway seeds.
Ah.
Always great with cabbage, great with the fennel especially. All this stuff, you know, reminds me of just like almost like inspired by German cooking too, which uses with their
Lots of
cabbage.
caraway seeds.
Loves caraway seeds. I love it. It's just warm and inviting. Shake this up. Good amount of oil on here so it doesn't dry out. And now comes the magic part.
Go.
Put it on, Jeff.
Put it right on there.
Yeah.
This is a one-pan plan.
That's
this is a
right.
cheat sheet. Right on there with obviously room. There's not a lot of drippings that are gonna come from this very, very,
very
lean
lean.
cut of pork. Make sure you either trim the silver skin off yourself or ask your butcher to do it. You don't want any of that tough silver skin. Gets in the way. This is going in the oven, 425 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. You're gonna flip the pork halfway through and give the vegetables a little toss.
Oh, you know that's gonna be good.
Yes, and it is getting sweeter with my what? My pork tenderloin with caramelized fennel, apples, cabbage. All that is ready to go. Well, I should say the pork is ready to go. This has been in a 425-degree oven for about 15, 20 minutes. We flipped it. We're gonna let this rest for a little bit. And what am I gonna do? I'm gonna take this and hit it more in the oven, nice and hot. 425 for another 15 minutes till we get them super caramelized, super kind of crunchy. I got one ready to go here.
And that gives your meat time to rest, too.
Exactly.
like
It's like
that.
double duty. Can you fine chop that parsley for me?
Sure
but
can.
this is what we're looking for,
Yeah.
right? Just concentrated flavor.
Oh, yeah.
So delicious. All right, this is gonna need a nice little sauce.
Okay.
Okay, something golden. There, I promise. Something sunny, filled with sunshine. So I'm gonna make my golden mustard sauce here. Starting, little white vinegar, almost like a play on a Carolina gold sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Some honey.
I love a Carolina gold sauce. That's so good on pork.
So good. Crank up that heat. Some yellow mustard. You're gonna like this because it's got all the mustards in it.
Gotta have it.
And for visual and texture, we are gonna do some whole mustard here.
Whole grain.
Whole grain, baby. Looking good in there. Some golden raisins.
Come on. They don't get enough attention like curly parsley.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
We're gonna kind of let this simmer for a little bit and hit it with 1 clove of grated garlic. Round it out.
Do you salt and pepper? Nothing?
We're gonna taste it first
then
once it
go?
kind of starts to concentrate. So this is something you're gonna need to whisk up a little bit. We want this nice and thick. Let those
Nice.
kind of golden raisins, plump up in there. Let that go for a little bit. Now let's cut some pork.
Do it.
Here we go. And again, that's what I love about most tenderloins is like they got a tapered edge. So if you want a little well done, you get it there. But we're aiming for about 140,
center cut.
145.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
right on 140. The carryover goes to 142, and you got a
And that's
perfect.
right there.
That's what I'll take.
Perfect.
That's
Yeah.
perfect.
It's safe and it's way juicier and more delicious. Who doesn't love mustard and pork and apples? I mean, this is all working out.
Yeah.
So
right.
fragrant. That's the best bite to me, the end, always having the little crunchy bit.
Remember, we quickly dry brined it in the fridge for a couple hours. So those flavors, the salts, the sugars,
Oh,
change actually the structure
oh.
of the proteins in there.
My mouth just
This
watered.
is something you can cut nice, thicker medallions,
Oh, yeah.
knife and fork it.
I mean, look at this dinner for 4,
Come on.
done so quickly.
Cheat sheet. I mean, all you really did was make the sauce in a pot, but you could.
All right.
Really and truly, you could leave that pork tenderloin to brine while you're at work. Come home, say you cut up your veggies before you go to work too, and then you just gotta assemble this in the evening.
Oh, you got it. You know I did it for you. Do a little perimeter of these wonderful.
Oh, that's already. That was in
Crispy.
the moose boosh.
Dare I say that if you drizzled over this, you could have this yellow honey sauce, but maybe you made like a Caesar salad dressing, and all that like
Really?
anchovy cheese on top of
Yeah,
that.
I mean, like,
So
you
good.
know, whatever you're into, buddy. I like
Jeffrey's
that.
been in like Caesar mode.
He's in
for a
Caesar
while,
mode
yeah.
these days.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Jeff, this looks like
Schniegels.
a holiday or a fall-time table.
It's like a shoot by Martha.
This is-
What's her name? Martha.
Martha Stewart.
Yes.
Jeezy,
Martha, yes.
how dare you?
I know, I'm joking.
Martha Stewart. Oh, we lost one.
Oh boy. I'd eat that.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Jeff.
Angle it up a little bit just to make it pretty so you can see that perfectly
the veggies
cooked
are so
center. I like to go one this way, like when
It's the shingling.
All right, we have this lovely sauce that is ready. Dare I say, almost a play on an agrodolce, con mostarda.
You gonna
One
mount
more
it?
thing, we're gonna mount that baby. Listen,
Oh,
there's like,
Jeff is fancy today.
well, let's be honest, there's really no fat. I mean, besides some olive oil
No.
during the roast, there's not. This meat is very lean.
Smart.
Why not just give it a little
gloss.
extra luxuriousness?
Hook it up.
Little gloss.
I'm
I'm
eating
gonna
these
tear
veggies. They're
this
so good.
up, Jeff.
Mhm.
You better drizzle. That's what I'm talking
From the
about,
bottom.
Jeff. Come on.
Started from the bottom.
Wow.
Now we're here.
Yep.
I can't stop eating these veggies.
We got that barbecue chip dust on top too, to make sure the pork is flavored itself and seasoned. Parsley, please. Parsley. Just a little something on top there. Just do it.
Yeah.
Guys, this sauce,
Crazy?
It's crazy. It's crazy, Eddie.
so good.
Can't wait.
Remember him?
Now you're just saying words.
Yeah, he's just, what do they call it? Word salad.
Word salad.
Thank you, Jeff Mauro.
Absolutely not.
That's my girl.
Here you go.
Tell him.
Hit me with the crispest. I like that step of you not, tossing them after you roasted them, so you can still have some of those crunchy bits.
It makes sense,
Which
really.
I
It really
stole
does.
from your corner.
Even these don't need to be piping hot either. You're better off doing it ahead of time and letting it literally sit on the pan
Yeah.
than just like tossing it quickly.
I'm so making this.
Look at that. Come on, Jeff.
I'm so making
I'm
this.
so making this.
Your tenderloin, it remained tender, perfectly cooked. But what is really bringing this all together is the sauce. The sweet, I had a nice little pop of that golden raisin, the double duty mustard, the yellow and the grain Dijon mustard. I love like fresh fennel. The way that it roasts down and it's perfuming really the whole dish. This is so classy, Jeff. Every part of this dish is delicious. I mean, wow, what a meal. Do I even have room for dessert?